Libra, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors and Guides. This is your WTF reading for July. This is the full reading, so this will have clarification in it. I haven't really got any announcements. I know Saturn went into retrograde on the 29th, and you will have to look at your placements because it depends on where your placement is on how that's going to affect you. So Saturn isn't quite as bad as Mercury, but it does get us asking questions about what it is that we're doing. Now, when I looked at my birth chart, my Saturn is in Aquarius, and Saturn's returning into Aquarius during this retrograde. So it's really positive for me, funny enough, because I went, oh, no, not another similar Mercury. I couldn't stand another one just yet. And yeah, I was quite surprised about what that means. It kind of works better for me because it's gone back into Aquarius. So yeah, so it's kind of like, oh yes, goody, but not for everybody. For a lot of you, it could mean that you are going to be looking at what it is you need to do about a situation, really fess up to the fact that you need to do something. You know, and there may be some, and I'm not sure that this is negatives rather than sort of like positives that are disguised, and that is you may be looking for work and you may be getting rejected through nitpicky freaking things, or what you're seeing as nitpicky things. But it just could be the way things are panning out, and it could be that there's a redirection for you a little bit further down the line. So it's in retrograde, unfortunately, until about November. But please look at your birth chart to see where Saturn sits, and then look at what the retrograde means online, because marrying the two up. And if you're looking for somewhere to get your birth chart done, I've put the link in below for the Astrology Cafe or the Cafe Astrology, whichever way round it is. But the link is down below, so just, I'm not sure if I made it a link or whether you've got to copy and paste it and put it into your search bar. But yeah, there is a thing in the box below, so just have a look at that, get your birth chart done, and then see where Saturn lies for you, and then punch into Google where your Saturn is and what the retrograde means individually for you. That's the best way to do it, because I was really shocked, because when I heard this, I was like, oh no, I don't need another one. But yeah, as I say, I went and had a read, I tallied the two up, and I was like, oh, actually, this could be quite positive. So yeah, cards. So we are clarifying this month with, oh shit, we've sent them all flying, the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Very nice deck, I have to say. And your energy cards is Into the Lonely Woods. It's stunning. Look, beautiful, 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 beautiful decks. We're going to be using that. I don't know why that was on there. I don't even know why that was around the wrong way. So my lovelies, let's give these a shuffle and ask for an energy card for Libra. Oh, I need to set fire to it. I need to get more battery ones, really. Oh. To walk the lonesome road. Libra, what is it that you're going out on that you can only do by yourself? What is it that it could be a spiritual journey, it could be a journey, perhaps you're facing being single. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done 32 years, let me tell you, I'm happy. And I have had bouts of loneliness in the past, when everybody else kept saying to me, oh, you should be with somebody by now. No, Don't listen to what other people have got to say. Do not put up with second best, because it's better than not being alone, because you can be very lonely in a relationship. But if you are taking that move to be single after a relationship and you are going to walk the lonesome road, don't think of it as a negative. You will get up when you feel like it. You will eat when you feel like it. If the washing doesn't get done, it's only you that's going to affect. There's a whole load of positives to it. You can just get up and go where you want. You haven't got to take into account anybody else's needs, of course, unless you happen to have children and you're still in that throes of being a parent. So, to walk the lonesome road, I am going to go back to spiritual, because you've got 2 crows on this as well, and a butterfly, and a crescent moon. She's put such a lot in this. This is an exploration. This is a quest. So are you questioning whether you can be single on your own? Are you questioning and exploring some new spirituality modalities? With the crescent moon as well, I guess that the illumination has already happened for you. And the butterfly is bringing you in blessings, whereas that sticker's got the 2 crows on it, and that's the thing that's kind of keeping you balanced. I like crows. Crows have got immense memory. And I kind of guess what that means is that they want you to remember this journey. This journey's an important one for you. That's a bit of a wowzer card, isn't it, really? So let's see what else is happening. It could be around a job. It could be around a personal endeavour. It could be something spiritual. It could be that you're moving into being self-employed. There's a whole load of reasons. So let's ask the cards what started the WTF for July 2024 for Libra, please. Oh, one's on the floor. Of course it is. Oh no, there's 2 on the floor. Now I'm going to pop them under the king, because going on the floor, I feel like that they need to be under that king. So facing your fears and taking your power back for Libra, please. Thank you. Bit of a story there, Libra. I'll go and make a cup of tea, love, because I think this is going to be a long one. Manifestation for Libra, please, for July. Thank you. Oh, look, and there you are. Movement journey. What can Libra do? Crap, they're flying out now. Okay. That's what's out of your hands. Oh, I didn't even get any words out. Reconnecting to your true self. Your outcome. I think this is going to be a bit of a wowzer reading. So, my darlings, what started your WTF now? I'm just going to quickly show you what we've got, because we've got the King and the Page of Wands flanking the Nine of Chalices. So let's go through that. So let's just do the King to start, because I've got a couple of messages through around this King. So for some of you, you are stepping into this King energy about a passion or a desire that you've got, that you really want to make reality. Now, the King of Wands, they do projects and plans, and they get on with people. They can be a bit arrogant, but they know their shit, basically. They build things out of absolutely nothing. And I'm getting that perhaps that's your energy, but you're on the brink of succeeding at doing that. Whatever it is that you've just stepped into and gone, oh, I'd love to do this, do it. Do it, because that's your thing. That's your thing. I mean, I don't know if anybody's seen my stuff that's going on around me at the moment. I've just qualified in hypnotherapy, and I have to say I'm just so enthralled about getting this done. But like that, you really need to grab that passion, that desire, that want to wave that magic wand and manifest exactly what it is that you want going forward. So the Nine of Chalices comes in. Everybody's got your back. That's the Nine of Chalices in the upright. You've got the fire in both cards for passion and desire. But in this card, it says, in that lovely crystal ball, it's you that's reflected back. You have the answer to do this. You know what it is that you need to do. Now, the other little message that I got was about this King being external to you. This may be an investor. This may be somebody that you know that has the ability to come in and give you some business advice. To come, male or female, don't care about sexuality, it's energy. They may come in because they already have successful businesses themselves, and they are able to show you how it is to get something up, running and going, and just go with it and just make it that manifestation, make it that wish fulfillment. If it is that, they could possibly be Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, or that could be in their star chart somewhere that is predominant. And what I mean, rising sign, moon sign and north node. So just know that if this is you, you're stepping into this energy. If this is somebody external to you, they are going to help you with this project and plan, but it will still come down to you have the answer. You have the know-how. You know how to do this. So it may be that you know the nuts and bolts of what you're doing, but you lack the knowledge around business, like taxes and returns and VAT, and for anybody that doesn't know what VAT, it's value added tax. So we pay tax on our wages and then they tax everything we buy. It's just wonderful, isn't it? Nine of Chalices, it's a wish fulfillment card. It is about something that you love to do. So just know, either or, whether that's your energy or whether it's an external energy, it's still going to come down to you. But there is a block for you that is making you doubt the situation. But in comes the Page of Wands, and he's saying, oh, that's all right, that's easy. I'll move it out of the way for you, because it's not really a block. It's an opportunity that you're not seeing. You're looking at it from the wrong perspective. And the little page is really apt at being able to magically move stuff out of people's way. Now, that little page is going to be you. And my guess is that when you were younger, you didn't let anything stand in your way of what it was that you wanted. You enjoyed your scales being in balance all the time, so you desperately tried to keep them in balance at all times. So you did not see the blockages that we now take on board as we get older in life. So just know I do get the connection with this to walk the lonesome road, because I'm kind of getting for you that you do feel that you're the only one that can do this. This has got to be set up by you. It's got to be done by you. It's got to be da 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 da. But if there are people around you that can help you, tap into them. Do get a mentor. Understand if it is business. If you're in the UK and it's business and you're worried about the tax and the returns and the national insurance and all of that, talk to the tax office. They are brilliant. They will help you no end. There is lots of websites to go on to that can help you with that. There's lots of bookkeeping that can help you with that. You know, and when you're setting up your business and you go limited, then is the time for you to hold on a second. Do I need to register my business at a different address? If that's so, it may be that you will pay a small fee to a solicitor's office, and they will take your post, take whatever it is that you need, and usually it's only a couple of letters a year from the tax man that they have to pass on to you, because most of the business is now done by email. So don't be overly concerned about the what ifs in the future. It's the project and plan that really needs your focus at the moment. So facing your fears and taking your power back. You're the Ace of Chalices, brand new beginning, and it's about something you love. The Ace of Chalices isn't just about being in love. It's being in love with family members. It's in love with your career. It's loving what you do. But there is a new beginning that is opening options and choices for you and blessings. But be careful of what you take on board from what other people are saying to you. You've got to make these choices for yourself. So this is you facing your fears. Oh, that person said bollocks to people. It's what you want. You want this new beginning, but you're hesitating. You are holding back a bit. There's lots of support around you. So just know that when you're making those choices, make those choices for yourself. Now, the second part of this, taking your power back. There may be a reunion or a reminiscence of some description that's in the offing. Now, when I talk about a reunion, I'm not just talking about people that we haven't seen for 20 years, people we haven't seen for 10 years. This could be a face-to-face with someone. You might have only been with them Saturday, and you're already talking about another get-together in the next week or so. But that is still a reunion. Now, there is a little bit of thing with this Six of Chalices. This is bringing in a really, and I'm going to say a long-lasting relationship, whether that is a lover, a family member, a friend, a colleague, a mentor. There is going to be this long-lasting relationship that is quite pure. Now, there is going to be some things that are going to be let out of the cage. This little canary wants to get out and sing its little heart out. So just be aware that that needs to happen. You need to let that go. You need to let whatever it is that is holding you back rise up, and then just let it go. You've got to let it rise up to recognise it. What is it? So I'll give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, I was sitting in one of my training courses, and the lady that was leading the training course mentioned something about, it doesn't matter what you experience. It could be, you know, you dropped your ice cream or witnessed a murder. It doesn't matter. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I already heard that before, but her saying it again, it was like, all right, yeah, I get that. But then somebody else piped in with something. Now, I can't remember who it was or what they said, but it triggered something in me. And I suddenly went back to my early 20s when I was in a partnership where, and I mean, like as in living together. And we had built a business, a multi-million-pound business. And it suddenly dawned on me that my mum had said, oh, well, you better stay with him because you're settled, you've got money, you've got a nice house, you've got cars, you've got this, you've got that. I was as miserable as sin, and my mum saw that professional, preferable to me being happy. what I saw was hard work, and what I got at the end of it was misery. And I left. I left with nothing. I took nothing. I left. And I went into rented accommodation. I went into a job that I absolutely loved, and I still do that job today. And I left. I just got up and left. And the relief that happened once I had taken those shackles off was great. But in starting my businesses, and why my businesses have never got anywhere, is because I don't want to be miserable again. And it's only that realisation and connecting the dots, I allowed it to build up to where it needed to be, and then I let it go. I was like, oh no, you're not doing this. You're not having that hold on me after all these years. You're not going to allow this to happen. You are in a really good place. You're really happy. You're highly qualified. Why are you doing this to yourself? So that's what you need to be asking, is what is bubbling up for you that you need to understand? And it could be a trigger. It could be a blockage. Well, we know it's a blockage because we've been told it's a blockage. But once you let that blockage go, once you work through that and you repair yourself from that, once you understand what it is, you can repair from it. Doesn't mean you'll lose the memory of it. It just means that you're going to repair. And when somebody mentions it and it gets triggered again, it's not a trigger, it's just a memory. And it's in a box somewhere, and you go, oh yeah, that happened. But it's not going to bring that sadness back. It's not going to bring that unhappiness back. It's just there to make sure that you don't put yourself into that position again, but through positive means. So, Six of Chalices, that's the reminiscence part, I think. In comes the Seven of Pentacles. So, at the beginning of July, you're going to feel a little bit like you have become the craftsman of what it is you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's woodwork, doesn't matter if it's banking, it doesn't matter if it's skiing, it doesn't matter if it's hypnotherapy, it doesn't matter if it's tarot reading, it doesn't matter what it is. But you feel that you have, like, okay, I'm now the craftsman and I'm honing my craft. I'm picking options, choices and blessings. And this is your, is it second seven? No. Six. No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. Seven of Chalices there. So you got options, choices and blessings there. Be careful of what you choose. And this is you honing those options, choices and blessings, polishing them up, getting yourself ready to be exactly who you're meant to be. It may give you some sleepless nights. It may give you that feeling of, I can't cope. It's not going to last for long. The moon's illuminating you. Illuminate what it is that makes you feel like that, because it's only going to be an experience that you've had previously that bubbles up whether or not you're confident about something. So just know this, I don't get an essence that this is a stab in the back. I get an essence that this is burdens and feelings that you are yet to work through and ensure that you are able to achieve everything that you want to achieve. So yeah, it's all right if you have a sleepless night, if you want to grab your blanket and take some time out to do some repair work. But this is taking your power back. So once you start going down that route, you're going to face these fears. You're going to see this new beginning for everything it's worth. And that's filling your own chalice with all your wants and needs. And then you're going to make these beautiful options, choices and blessings with the Seven of Chalices. Cutting out any naysayers. Tell them to bugger off. Getting together with somebody. Reminiscence, reunion. More options, choices and blessings. Honing that art. Polishing that art. Making it your own. Followed by this. So it's not going to be all plain sailing, but by taking your power back, it does lead you to the place where you really do feel that it is time for you to illuminate self and be more aware of the healing that you need today. Manifestation, wish fulfillment, why it may be fucks, not fucks, it's you. She's the Queen of Famies. Only queen in the deck that has a weapon. She knows how to use it. She knows how to draw energy down from the universe with it. She knows how to cut things out that no longer serve her. Yes, she procrastinates a little bit because Librans like their scales in balance. And if they upset somebody, it tilts the balance of the scales. They hate it. They hate to think that they've upset somebody to the point where the other person's not talking to them. And it even gets, when you're a young Libra, and it even gets to the point where if somebody doesn't respond to you quick enough, they're not talking to me. I haven't heard from them, so therefore I've done something wrong. We've all been there, Libra. But as we get older, we understand we keep a tight friend circle. Small and tight. Because we don't want to be using our energy in just pruning things to see if there's anything else there to flourish. We don't want to be cutting things out all of the time. And if you're not in loads of different friend groups, you're not cutting things out. So, what else does the Queen of Famies means? Highly intelligent, highly intuitive, little bit like the King, but not quite as feisty and impatient. She's more patient in the way that she still won't put up with bollocks and bullshit. If you feed a Queen of Famies BS, she's gone. And it may not be today, it may not be next year, but she is gone. Whether she's present with you or whether she's outside of you. And I'm kind of getting that I'm telling you about your own energy. So what is it about this manifestation? I think you want to get back to your true self, your true essence. I think you want to be truthful to who you are. I think that once you have decided that who you have become is not who you were supposed to be, that means that you're onto a winner. Very nice. So your movement, your journey, where the fuck you need to be. You've got the Earth Mother coming in. She is barefoot and pregnant. She is the creator. Now, the reason for the bare feet is that she wants to feel the magic coming up from the core of the earth into her body. She has got a full belly because she is going to birth something. Now, it could be that there's fertility around you, but for a lot of you, this is birthing that recreation, that idea, understanding that as you birth that idea, the cornucopia comes in. There is abundance, there is success, there is happiness to be had. And she is standing there saying, come on, I love you. Yeah, I'm the Earth Mother. I love you. I hold you within my belly. Now it's your turn to birth this idea. Get this idea going. Get it. Oh, I just heard. I mean, I went to say get it, and then they stopped me, and I just heard it starts with a step or a word. One word, one step. And then that goes to 2 words or 2 steps. And she's saying, feel that magic beneath your feet. Kick your shoes off. Doesn't matter if you're indoors. Have your bare feet against the floors. If you can get outdoors and kick your shoes off and feel grounded outdoors, brilliant. If you can't, you can do it in a building. You will still make that connection because the building is actually making that connection with the earth anyway. So, the Earth Mother, it's a number 3. It's a celebration card. Celebration of self. Celebration of birthing that idea. Creating what it is around you that you really want out of life. Now, if you look at the Queen of Pentacles, who is also described as the Earth Mother, she is the investor. She invests into the things that she loves, into her kingdom, into her subjects. And she also brings the cornucopia with her. The love, the protection, the wrapping around, the growth. I mean, I think I've seen the Earth Mother depicted as well with lots of growth and that out of the headdress, and it's all like ivy and all of that sort of stuff. Very earthy. So, you know, when you're thinking about this, make sure that although there's a lot of fire here, which is passion and desire, they're saying ground yourself. Ground yourself. Feel at one with your surroundings. Go for a walk. In nature. Hold on a minute, darlings. I just need to grab something. Okay. So I was just checking my cameras. I heard something out the back. And I'm not expecting anybody. So I was just like checking that there's no one hanging around who shouldn't be hanging around. Okay. Let's get back to your reading. I wonder if it's the cat. Pixie? No, it's not the cat. Okay. That was a bit odd. Okay. During this creative episode, don't allow yourself to be distracted. They're such buggers the way they give me messages. Do not allow that to happen to you. If you're not expecting somebody, keep the doors locked so that you can concentrate on what you're doing. Makes sense, doesn't it? You know, sort of make sure you've got all your tools with you. Do not let distractions take you away from what it is that you want to create. The abundance it's going to bring in, all the blessings it's going to bring in is immense. So what can you do about this situation? 4 of the Thames. Take a rest. Take a break. So if you've been going at it great guns, please remember to take some time out and recoup yourself. Reground yourself. Take that moment to kind of just mull things over. And then right in behind that, the Lady and the Lord has come into play. Now, in other decks, this is the Lovers. But for the purpose of this reading, this partner could be anybody. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be a cousin, it could be a friend, it could be a business partner. But I think the defining thing about this card is that it's a decision-making card. There is a decision to be made that is life-changing. And you really need to think it through. And it may be that you'll be taking the counsel of someone else in that process. What's out of your hand? Now, you've got 3 sevens, 777. That is an angel number. I don't know which one it is, actually. Let me look it up. I've got the phone here. I should know this off by heart because of angels and ancestors. Power, right, okay. Associated with wisdom, intuition and divine connection. So there's another message within that, isn't there? So I do get the feeling that whatever it is that you're embarking on, although it feels like a lonely road, there is this spiritual element to what it is that you're doing. 7 of the Thames. You are walking away from a situation. It's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do about it. the universe is actually setting this up. And I do get that perhaps this has already happened. Perhaps you're just looking over your shoulder, sort of like, all right, well, I learned a lot, but off I go. But if the option that you're walking to isn't working out for whatever reason, because she looks quite angry, if you're walking away from something and it's not working, cut it out, keep walking. Keep walking. You will always look over your shoulder. What have I learned? But it is out of your hands. If you do not do this walking away, whether it's walking away from a partnership, a job, somebody who's toxic, even a home, even buildings can be burdens to us. Whatever that is for you, you would have learned a lot. You are looking over your shoulder. You're not looking over your shoulder because you've got something to skulk away with. You're looking over your shoulder because you're like, okay, what I'm working towards, what I'm walking towards, is that any better than what I've just left? If it's not, keep walking. Just keep walking. Because, my darlings, when you reconnect to your true self, you've got the craftsman here, where in July you are going to be honing that craft. And by August, with the 8 of Pentacles, things are going to look a whole lot different. You're still chiseling away, you're still honing that craft, but the door of opportunity is open. You've got the butterfly tree just outside the door, which is telling me that there is messages coming into you. And this little pigeon here, lots of messages, lots of opportunities that are arising. And you've got to allow that. And instead of going, oh no, I don't want that opportunity, take a second look at it. You haven't got to act on it, but take a second look at it. So your outcome, stop procrastinating, stop hanging in that tree, stop going around in circles. You need to take a new, fresh look, a different perspective of what's going on around you with the Oak King. It's a 12. Break it down. It's a 13. That you may be feeling that Spirit is very close to you at this point. But it is a celebration. It's a collaboration. So just know you need to stop procrastinating about what it is that you are doing. Because you've got such a lot to offer and a huge amount to offer. With the High Priestess coming in. Highly intelligent, highly intuitive, just like your good self. But her intuition is so honed in. She doesn't need recipe books. She doesn't need instructions. She doesn't need to have somebody whispering in her ear saying, oh, you need to do this next, you need to do that. You're in those standing stones for protection. The moon energy will illuminate for you what it is that you need to know. And that's where the intuition comes in. She doesn't look down into the water because to her that's a distortion. She's not interested in distortions of the truth. Gossip, if you like. She wants the whole 9 yards to come to her gut feeling. So that's what they're doing. That's what they're saying. Stop procrastinating. Understand your own power, your own energy. And once you've made that decision, that option that you want in the future, for your future, do not let this other creature come in and try to dissuade you from doing it their way. Because it's their way or the highway. And I'm getting that perhaps this is the person that you're looking over your shoulder and going, actually, bye-bye, bye-bye, baby, bye-bye. Because they're quite manipulative. And I think because you've listened to them in the past, they think that you're always going to listen to them. And I think there's a bit of a shock factor coming in there. Whereas much as this is transitional with the 5 of the Famies, all the 5s are transitional. You've had a good think about things. You've processed things and you're like, no, I still want that one. I still want to go down that walk the lonesome road on my own if I have to. Because I know that I need to make that decision. I know I'm going to walk away from this in order to become the craftsman of my own life and weave my own story. Stop procrastinating, use my intuition and let this transition come to a close. Very nice. So what's hidden from you in July? You've got the battle wagon. You really feel this is another 7. So you've got 7777. Yeah, I get that. 4 7s, my darlings. So here you are, looking triumphant, hands in the air, other hands on the staff. Where are the reins? You're not in control of this journey, darling. You're really not. And the universe just want you to know, just sit back and enjoy the journey, because, oh boy, is this going to be a journey coming into August. 8, it's the 8th month. At the end of July, the Lion's Gate starts to open. I think that's about the 29th when Saturn goes into retrograde and back into Aquarius. I do think that's when the Lion's Gate starts to open. Massive manifestations going on, my lovelies. So reconnecting to your true self. Do what you feel comes naturally. So keep in mind that 7777 angel number represents you starting a new chapter in your life. Spiritually, this could mean that you need to learn to lean into your instincts. It's the High Priestess. And trust the journey that you are embarking on. Your lonesome road. Oh, I like it when they come together like this. We'll do some clarifying anyway. You need to do some work to make your dreams come true. It also represents having trust in yourself. Brilliant. So we're going to start doing some clarifying. This is such a nice deck. Oh, it came out quick. So what started your WTF? The King of Wands, the 9 of Chalices, and the Page of Wands is clarified by the 4 of Fire, or the 4 of Wands. So much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and the angels, whoever your divine is, for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. Oh, that's really nice. So guess what they're trying to say to you is have the faith in that passion and desire to allow yourself to feel what it is that you want, need, and can succeed at all in one go. So, let's move her out of the way a little bit because she's not even supposed to be there. Okay. So, facing your fears and taking your power back. I came out that way. 5 of Wands. There could be a difficulty and a conflict going on. Again, 5 is a transitional card. It's learning about who comes to you and makes magic, and who comes to you and makes mischief, whether it's in front of your face or behind your back. So the 5 of Wands is usually about confusion. And it says here, conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama in the situation. Is really, unless the situation is really worth your time, then stand up for yourself. Be very ambitious people. So the 5 of Wands, these people that come in to interfere to make this chaos are usually very egotistical. They like their egos being kind of brushed and stroked and all of that. Sod off. So the reason I'm kind of getting that is because there's been some options open up for you in the past that you have doubted that they belonged to you. And what they're saying is they may not have belonged to you. They may have caused some confusion. But these new options and choices are definitely yours, with transformation coming in. Very nice. A significant life experience requires changes to be made. That's the 9 of Affirmations we're talking about. Powerful and often unexpected revelations. Breaking free from procrastination. Nice. Releasing old belief systems. Sorry, Libra, I had to take an international call. Right, I think we did this one, didn't we? The transformation one. Let's do it again just in case we didn't. So, I've told you about how I feel about the fives, especially this one. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Often powerful or unexpected revelations. Breaking free of procrastination, which is your Oak King. And releasing old belief systems. Now, I did get the essence that this was like, I think it's everything involved. I think it's mental, emotional, physical. I think the whole kit and caboodle's involved. I think it's spiritual. I think it's about what you do for a living. I think it's all the emotions are mixed up in this. This is huge for you. Absolutely huge. And I know that there's not a major amount of major arcana on the cards, but there's definitely a very strong message here that you need to be doing this. So the Queen of Affirmations, can I have a clarifier, please? I've just got told that I should do a clarifier for that King of Wands as well. Okay. Oh, wow. A second time. Where was it there? So you've got the Six of Chalices or the Six of Water again. Children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child. The return of people or romances from your past. Romanticizing on how things used to be. So that goes with my reminiscence and my reunion card. But this is clarifying her. So you are manifesting this reunion. Whether you know it or not, it may be somebody who's just gone across your brain and you're like, I wonder how they're getting on. Or perhaps it's somebody that you've touched base with in the past and they've kind of left their imprint on you. And, you know, you may not have even seen them for very long, but, you know, they keep coming back to mind. Dreamer. A new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. Wow. So by doing this, manifesting this reminiscence, this reunion, revisiting the old dreams that you had, and perhaps that's where you need to start for the repair work, because perhaps some of your dreams as a child or as a young person got scuppered, but you are definitely, do you know what I'm going to say to you? I think this person imprinted on you in such a way that you still dream about them. And I can't get an essence. I get, okay, if you are a young reader, so 18 plus, this is going to be somebody from your childhood. And that, for me, that's under 25s, okay? But for those people who are older, this person made you feel like a young kid again. They gave you that essence and that feeling that you could be your old self again. And then you are manifesting this new start, trust yourself, new start, trust yourself. Push your fears aside. Push through that dream. What was it about that person that you latched on to? Because that would have been a memory for you. That would have been something that you could take and run with it on your own. You don't need that person to do this, but you do need that energy that they gave you in order for you to take a leap of faith around this. It's very nice. Wow. So, my darlings, clarify the Earth Mother, please. Oh, that was going to fall out and it didn't. Can I clarify for the Earth Mother, please, for Libra? Oh, we've got one. Oh, it's another 5, another transitional card. Oh, and it's the same one. It's the 5 of Affirmations. Look at this. 5 of Swords. An unwise choice. There's better way that you will make. There is a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. Okay. So on your movement, your journey, on the one hand, you've got the Earth Mother saying that you're protected, you're loved and comforted. You know, there's the abundance and all of that. There could be some latchers on that are waiting and watching. This is somebody who rolls the dice. This is somebody who hedges their bets that they can persuade you to do their bidding. Same as this one. Just be aware, really aware of people like that around you. And give them the widest berth. Let your intuition tell you who they are. So, the 4 of Affirmations, the Lady and Lord in what you can do about the situation. You have the King of Pentacles. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded. A time for great success, for financial security and prosperity. The Midas touch. Everything is turning out beautifully. Supportive parent or spouse. A good person to work for. Oh, I see. You may have a decision to make about whether or not you are going to go out on your own or whether you are going to go and work for somebody. I wonder if those two kings are related. Are the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles the same person? Oh, it's a story of day. Oh. Oh, it's a bit of a story. You've got the 2 of chalices. Whatever they are, there's a celebration going on. And then you've got the 8 of Wands. Fast movement. Rapid movement. Too much going on. Stress caused by many positive opportunities. Unexpected events or rapid changes. The ability to multitask and business travel. So the falling in love or the reassurance of romantic relationships, forgiveness, ending challenges, exchanging gifts. Don't give up on the people that you love. They are 2 different people. Because then you've got the Knight of Water coming in. And he says romantic flirtations, introspective, fickle, falling in love, being swept off the feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship. Well, that's not going to be the King of Pentacles. That's more likely to be the King of Fire. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. These are different people. Yeah. So you've got the 2 of Wands coming in as well. And this is a conflict. This is inner conflict. This is a conflict with another person. So taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams. Plans, expanding your plans, continue to move forward. So that's definitely him, but he's already there. And then you've got the 10 of Earth, which is what these are two separate people, funnily enough. Financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance, retirement, peace and contentment in life, honouring family traditions, pride in the family tree, and passing on knowledge. I have to say, I think that this person is fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sag, is one energy that you are going to be dealing with, or somebody who's got a very fiery personality. This is going to be Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, or somebody who appears to be extremely balanced in the way that they deal with things, very grounded, almost to the point of being basic, but they know their stuff again. He knows his shit, he knows his stuff. Now, the difference between these two is project and planner, CEO and director. Now, I'm not saying that they're not CEO and director, but they would more be, because they like their own manifestations and all the rest of it, they would more likely be a partner in something. They would more likely have the passion, the desire to get other people involved in what they're doing. This king doesn't need that. This king is like, oh no, I'm the king. I call the shots. I'm placid. I'm stable. I bring all of that in with me. And because you've got the Earth Mother just underneath him, this could be a power couple coming through. But definitely these are two different people. And what you're going to find is one of those, and I might bet is on the King of Wands, is that that is going to be your knight. They're presenting as a king when it comes to projects and plans, but in love, yeah, the projects and plans great, the in love not so great. Can't get a commitment out of them. So what's out of their hands? 7 of Affirmations, please. What is it that the universe is helping? High Priestess. Oh, now that's a shift, isn't it? So your High Priestess has come in yet again. Meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom that you receive. So your card, that's 7, where I said to you, if you've walked away for something, keep walking. It's just come in and said, don't keep walking, stay still. Whatever. But that's spiritually. I don't think that that's physically. Spiritually, I think you're in a really good place. You wouldn't get the Priestess out twice if you weren't. And keep in mind, I know people go, oh yeah, but it's got, you know, the law of whatever. I don't know what the law of probability is around this, because there's 78 cards in each deck. What is, if there's a mathematician that does that kind of thing, let us know what the probability of 2 decks with 78 cards being shuffled randomly, coming out with similar cards within the reading. Reconnecting to your true self. 10 of Chalices. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with children, raising children wisely and successfully, people you can count on. So here you are beavering away, that door of opportunity open, and in comes this loving, caring relationship. And I do get that perhaps you've been holding on to that, or holding on to the idea of that for quite some time. It's your true heart's desire, darling. Yes, you want this other stuff, this spiritual, sudden spiritual sort of deepening, and you know, perhaps there is a change in your circumstances around your job and where you're going to go to work, but it's all integrated. Everything is coming around to the same thing. So the outcome, please, for the Oak King, the High Priestess, and the Five of Affirmations. Can I have a clarifier, please? That one. Oh, another 7. How many 7s do you want, Libra? 7 of Wands. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. Now, for me, again, 7s are options, choices and blessings. That's why they're saying choose your battles wisely. But the 7 of Wands is also don't overstretch yourself. Don't put yourself into a precarious position. Think things through before you do that. Okay. So one last clarifier, and that is for the battle wagon, please. Thank you. Okay, so you got the 2 of Pentacles or the 2 of Earth. And it says, working too hard or multiple jobs. The need to bring balance and fun into your life. Juggling multiple priorities, balancing on budget. So, yeah, it's all about balance. And when I get the 2 of Pentacles, I see people juggling personal life, home life, with career and financial things. Because it's all intermingled, and very often when I see that card, I get the essence that you are bringing yourself back into balance. You are realizing that there has been an imbalance and you really do need to do something about that. So let's ask the angels and the ancestors for some knowledge, wisdom and guidance for July. Anything else? So we have Lord. Take charge with authority. It's knowing where you're going. It's saying to yourself, okay, this is what we want. This is what we've got to do. And sticking to that. See beyond the current situation. Don't let your current situation dictate to you what's going to happen in your future. And keep in mind that your future's this evening, tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, next week. Doesn't mean that it's yonks and yonks away. Animal guardian, trust your instincts, that intuition. I can't get it home to you enough. Make sure you're listening, thinking and feeling your intuition, because it won't let you down. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. And I do get that you're honing in on your talents. And your last card for this reading, my darlings, I'm so pleased that this has shown itself, because this wraps up your whole reading in one card. Enjoy, success and happiness. Now, when I get the Sun card in other decks, I get high days and holidays, happiness and joy. The sun shining, there's a roof over your head, there's tasks to be done, but you've put down your tools and you're enjoying the fruits of your labour. Very nice. Lovely. That was your reading for July. Wherever you are in the world, please be safe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me and share if you can. I love to get messages, so pop me a message in the message box. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.